Hello everyone, welcome to the quarterfinals of the Battle of the Blades.
Very exciting matches here tonight. We have, do you want to give them the rundown?
Well, before we get to the rundown, don't jump ship yet. We do have to talk about Dark Nepstrius.
Oh, yes, unfortunate.
After finally getting...
I forgot about him because he's so irrelevant.
Right? Yeah. But we finally got to the doctors, we spoke to them, and he has a mild concussion. Luckily, he'll be back by the time the Battle of the Blades is over, so you will be seeing him shortly after the Battle of the Blades.
I'm sure they're so excited. Now,
moving on to the matches, because I think that's the only announcement we have.
Yes.
Our first match are two 1-1 guys. We have Ace Dragon, who, if you remember, gave Dark Nepstrius that concussion last round against Cosmic Kraken. I'm not sure what to look for in this match.
Yeah, I know. So both these guys are even. They're 1-1. It's kind of hard to tell who's really gonna pull it through. If you remember last week, you had your money on Dread Phoenix.
I did.
But but I think that upset by Cosmic Kraken really shows us that he's capable of things that we're not.
He has the heart for it, but anyone can beat up an old man. I could see this match honestly going either way. I think they both have what it takes to make it to the semifinals, but it really comes down to who has more heart in this, and I think Ace Dragon just wants it more. He has a lot of flack right now from that recent video with Bushin's manager, and I think he wants to show that he's gonna do this by himself.
And he can play by the rules.
He has been playing by the rules, and there's nothing to look at.
Yeah.
He's a good wrestler. He
wants to clear his name.
He doesn't need the injury to Bushin to get this title.
Yeah.
He can beat up the best of them, and I think Kraken is one of those people that Ace Dragon has to prove himself against.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He didn't fail me last week, so I'm gonna give my money on Cosmic Kraken.
Onto the other round, the 2-2-0 the 2-2-0 guys. We have Gargoyle versus Zeleny. This is gonna be an interesting match. I think Gargoyle definitely proved that he's not just some random person that you found in Romania.
Yeah.
He's a quality blade, and he showed that he had what it takes against Air Knight, who I definitely thought was gonna win.
Oh yeah.
And then we have Zeleny.
Yeah.
Zeleny has not faltered.
No.
At all.
I mean, neither of them have. Neither of them have lost, but Zeleny has a very consistent win ability. Like he dominates against smaller opponents, which I think is going to give him the advantage of this match.
I agree.
When he's against smaller opponents, not only does he win, but he wins dominantly. They don't seem to be able to get through his defenses, and I think Gargoyle, being of shorter stature, is going to have a lot of trouble. It's going to take a lot. It's a real David and Goliath match here.
Whether it's Gargoyle throwing the punches or Zeleny throwing the punches, Zeleny just seems to have the ability to keep standing and keep taking those hits, and I do think that Zeleny's going to take it.
Yeah, so do I. Well, I guess we'll see next. Let's get to the matches. All right, it is time for the first match of the quarterfinals. Ace Dragon versus Cosmic Kraken. Beyblade, let it rip! Oh, starting out fast.
Ace Dragon on the offensive. This is what I was talking about when he said, I think he has the heart for it. He's definitely wants to prove something to me.
He definitely was trying to go with a flanking maneuver in the beginning there, but he's starting to slow down on these more new attacks.
Definitely both starting to slow. Oh, wow.
But he takes the first round.
One bold move and Ace Dragon takes the first win.
All right, it is time for the second round of this match. Beyblade, let it rip! Ace Dragon again starting with a flanking maneuver, trying to get in quick on Cosmic Kraken.
Wow.
Cosmic Kraken took the high ground briefly, coming in for a quick swing.
Ace Dragon hit him up to the ring.
Cosmic Kraken looks like he's not going to give up on this, and he's going to take the second round, bringing us
third round.
into round 3. All right, it's time for the final round. Whoever wins this will be moving on in the tournament. Beyblade, let it rip! Oh,
wow.
Really strong hit there in the center. Ace Dragon again going for a flank. Cosmic Kraken again taking the high ground. They seem to be going with very consistent strategies during this matchup.
They both definitely want to move on to that semifinal round.
And neither's giving up, but it looks like Cosmic Kraken is going to take down Ace Dragon.
And your winner is Cosmic Kraken.
That was a very good win there by Cosmic Kraken. kind of slacking during the first round, but coming back with a vengeance.
You know, as much as you can say that, Ace Dragon definitely put up a good fight, and I do think the better Beyblade came out tonight and showed that they are ready to become the next champion.
Yeah, I think Ace Dragon, he definitely was putting up a very strong effort there, but I think his flaw came in the fact that he kept doing the same maneuver every round. Every round he went for the early flank, and I think Cosmic Kraken kind of caught on to that and was able to beat him up with some quick hits in the later rounds. All right, it's time for the final round of the quarterfinals. Gargoyle versus Zeleny. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip! Alright, again, we have the David and Goliath match here. Zeleny coming in, trying to hunt down Gargoyle before he has time to find a maneuver to do.
Zeleny just bobbing and weaving. Oh.
Gargoyle going in for some brief strikes. Zeleny circling around.
Very balanced match.
Very balanced match. They're moving in kind of slow now, kind of used all their speed in the beginning. But it looks like that Gargoyle's starting to waver. Can he come back? Now Zeleny starting to go off balance.
Oh.
And it looks like Zeleny is going to take the first round. And it's time for the second round. If Zeleny takes this, he'll be moving on. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Alright, Zeleny again going for a really strong early strike, but Gargoyle bouncing Zeleny around the ring. And again, they're starting to slow down, trying to think of what to do here.
Zeleny using the outside of the ring in order to hit that strike.
Yeah, very strategic move by Zeleny there. They're starting to slow down. It looks like it's going to be a stamina battle.
I'm not sure what Gargoyle is thinking. Zeleny's very good at stamina battles. I know.
I think he realizes that going in for a frontal attack is a surefire way to lose, and I think he's just gonna kind of leave it up in the air like this, rather than go in for a easy win for Zeleny by attacking him straight on. They're starting to slow down. Who is going to take this round? Oh. Gargoyle starting to waver. Zeleny still staying strong. Gargoyle picking himself back up. Oh! But Gargoyle is going to take the second round.
Wow. Gargoyle just out-stamina'd the stamina god.
That was a very strategic move by Gargoyle, and that is the sign of someone who, is undefeated. Someone who really can come up with inventive strategies on the fly.
On to the final round.
All right. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. All right. Zeleny trying to flank him real quick there, but Gargoyle really taking the flanking maneuver there real quick. Now going in for some strikes on Zeleny. Zeleny fighting back. I think Gargoyle's strategy is really to weaken Zeleny early on and then try to outlast him in stamina. Get in some hits before Zeleny can hit him, and then use that early advantage in taking down some of Zeleny's energy to help him when it becomes a stamina contest. Man, and again, we have another stamina round.
Wow, Zeleny already faltering
Zeleny's already faltering. If Gargoyle takes this, that's going to be a very impressive win by Gargoyle, a real upset. Oh no, Zeleny's starting to waver. Oh, is Gargoyle going to take this? Is Gargoyle going to go on to the championship? And it looks like Gargoyle will be moving on in the tournament.
Wow, very surprising.
A real upset victory there. And the winner, Gargoyle.
Definitely the surprise tonight.
Absolutely, Gargoyle ending Zeleny's undefeated streak while continuing his own and moving on to the next round in this tournament. Really utilizing his small size to his advantage, keeping up the stamina, not going in for long battles with Zeleny, knowing that Zeleny would obviously win.
Definitely learning from the mistakes that the other competitors have made.
This is a sign of someone who is a very inventive competitor and someone who would definitely go far in BULI.
Okay.
Wow.
Those were some great matches.
Some very exciting matches there. Real upset victory in that final match.
I definitely. Gargoyle definitely showed that he's not a one-trick pony.
No.
Zeleny might have shown his true colors.
Yeah. When I told you I found him on the Romanian independent circuit, I told you he definitely was capable of some good things, and he's come to BULI really hungry for that real top tier competition.
Yeah.
And he's showing it. He wasn't even expected to win his qualifying match.
Yeah.
To take Bushin's spot, and now he's done that, and he's gotten all the way to the final round.
You know, before we talk about the finals, let's talk about the semifinals with Zelny and Ace Dragon.
Yes, the semifinals are going to be between the two people who lost tonight, and yeah,
it's just a seeding process that we're using in order to see who really falls where, at least in the top four. I mean, after the top four, I don't think it matters too much. Just for
that's offensive to Dark Nepstrius.
I have nothing nice to say about Dark Nepstrius, other than I hope he gets better so he can be in more matches.
Yes, so he can get beat up more.
I didn't say that. But what do you think? I think Zelny he might be a one-trick pony. He was able to use his stamina in the other rounds, but he just went up against an actual contender in Gargoyle and just kind of fell flat.
And you know, what we were saying is Zelany's advantage was his size. He always dominates smaller opponents, but this proved that that's not always true.
Yeah, Gargoyle read him like a book.
And if he no longer can dominate those smaller opponents, if ones like Gargoyle, who probably went back, watched his matches, studied, tried to come up with a strategy, which we saw in the fact that he went in, quick jabs, weakening him really early on, and then making a stamina match.
And Zelny only had one strategy.
Yeah.
Every round.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked in the first round, sure. Yeah, but you got to think, you know, a step ahead. You got to win that second round to go on.
We may start seeing other small competitors using Gargoyle strategies against Zeleny, and if that's true,
I definitely see that in the
Zeleny
future.
Might drop really far in the rankings very quickly.
Yeah, and let's talk about the Ace Dragon match real quick. I think it was a close match, honestly.
It was definitely very close.
I could have seen any of those rounds going either way, and Cosmic Kraken definitely came off on top in that final round, but
he definitely used the first round to kind of gauge where Ace Dragon was coming from, and used the other two rounds as his real proving ground to try to actually utilize his strategy. You know, mend it a little bit from what he had in the first round. And it was a successful.
You know, I feel like they both did that in every round, but Cosmic Kraken just had that edge. He knew what he was going into. He was able to show that he's able to adapt and overcome immediately.
Yeah.
And I still think that Ace Dragon might have the edge on Zelny, because Zelny does not have a strategy right now.
Yeah.
He's a one-trick pony. I'm sorry.
I think that definitely, and I also think in terms of the final round, I think that Cosmic Kraken and Gargoyle are both competitors who've overcome the odds and a lot of predictions of a lot of professionals.
Yeah.
I think it's really up in the air. No one expected these two to be competing to be the inaugural champion.
Definitely,
you know?
yeah. I mean,
you know, definitely. Obviously, we couldn't foresee Bushin's injury.
No one could.
Everyone thought he would have been a contender. Zeleny, a lot of people thought it might have been Bushin versus him.
And remember, a lot of people were hyping up Rudder at the beginning because he was able to
wound Bushin.
And
he lost the first.
It was showing against Zeleny that he really
got lucky. Maybe
he got really lucky.
Yeah.
As I said in the other video, it was an unlucky landing. You
Absolutely.
know? It happens, you know.
Yeah.
But a knockout is a knockout, you know.
Yes, definitely, and
let's talk about the finals real quick.
Yeah.
Gargoyle versus Cosmic Kraken. I think I want to go for the underdog. I like Gargoyle. I do.
This is definitely tough for me because, like I said, I've been rooting for both these guys. I brought Gargoyle into this. Cosmic Kraken, I went with him the first two rounds, and I was right. And he surprised, you know, even though I did pick him, I definitely was like a little questioning my judgment there. But the fact that I picked him, he won both times, it really shows that he has that something. But same thing with Gargoyle, but really that ability to defeat Zeleny kind of puts my money on Gargoyle now.
Definitely, yeah. I think I have to agree with you, Scott.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next time on BULI in the final round of the Battle of the Blades.
Battle of
the Blades.